What is up, everyone? Circon here bringing you guys Advent Calendar Day 10. And it is sort of a rare tank. I think it's only the second time it's been for sale, but this tank has been... This is only the second time it's ever been for sale, so... yeah, the Round Panzer. It's a tier 8 German medium. As you can see, there's a giant shovel in the front. And let's see, the package is 42, almost 43 bucks. If you're going to buy it from the in-game gold, it is 27.5. And it's the same package as always. 5,000 gold, very nice premium equipment. It has, for some reason, it's weird how they add like the weirdest camos to these bundles. Oh, and also 40 missions. That's the same bundle always, only the camo is different every time. So yeah, the Rampanzer, tier 8 German premium medium tank. It's not great. Okay, the short story is that it's not great, because it basically tries to do a little bit of everything. It tries to be a medium tank and it tries to be a heavy tank, and it does neither very well. So the problem is low mobility because it tries to have armor, and you might look at these numbers like, oh wow, 254 turret armor, that sounds really good. But the in-game model is broken. But it has a pretty giant cupola. Maybe this still actually works. Let's see. Yeah, so the cupola here is super weak, and as you can see, it's really big. And the shovel in front is annoying in terms of like people finding your weak spots because you have that bathtub design, right? So frontally, it does have some armor. Like the turret is definitely strong. Don't get me wrong, but the weak spot is just so big. And the shovel in front gives you 1 degree less gun depression. So your weak spot, just like on the what's the Patton 59 or whatever, is very, very visible. Now, in a game of RNG, you know, there will be games where you'll still bounce things on the weak spot. There will be games where people just will miss it, right? But make no mistake, people can absolutely... This counts as space armor, by the way, the shovel. But you can obviously shoot through it and still hit it, right? It's not super, super hard. Also, if you take a look here, you see kind of where the shovel goes in two here. There's like a line here. I'm not sure if that really shows up in game, but that's definitely kind of the border where you start petting. So it's, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, if the matchmaking is right, you can get away with a lot of punishment sometimes. But more often than not, the slow speed is just really not doing it. And because you're a medium tank, you only have, in this case, the 9cm, which is just another super generic 240 alpha gun. 205 pen, 255 APCR pen, 45 HE with 320 alpha. So the HE is not even that great. The conversion rate is not that good. So yeah. And then the dispersion is horrible. Like 0.4 is absolutely awful. The aim time is really good though. So like it's fairly decent in snapshotting, because even if you fully aim, your dispersion is like there's I would say there's no difference, but there's sometimes it feels like very little distance between aiming fully and not aiming at all because of your aim time, right? But yeah, so it's a very generic tank that tries to be kind of like a heavium, sort of more of a heavy kind of role. But honestly, when you actually play it, it kind of misses the mark, in my opinion. Now, if it had all of this armor and no weak spots, it would be OP as fuck, I think. Because then the armor would actually hold up pretty damn well, especially hold down. It would be almost like invincible or something. But yeah, so I don't really think it's worth it. The price is just your standard, like around 27 euro mark. It's not like hyper expensive. I was kind of hoping the shovel would be cool to, like, you know, ram things and then like push them up a little bit. But so far, again, because of the low speed and whatnot, that's not really a thing. Like when I look at this thing, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna ram all the things. And then you play it and you're like, I can't ram anything because I'm too slow. And then, yes. Anyway, so how are you going to equip this thing? It has 380 base view range, which means you can be a little bit more liberal with the view range skills and whatnot. So if you have Brothers in Arms, Recon, Situational Awareness, and Optics, you're going to be at 448 already. You can obviously add the food to go a bit more ham, 467. If you're not using the food and no Brothers in Arms, you're already below view range. So you definitely need a good crew. The crew is the following: commander, driver, gunner, and the loader is also a radio guy. which is fairly annoying for a loader because that means the loader needs to have BIA. It needs to have safe stowage, preferably. It needs to have the radio skill. That's already 3 skills at 100. Then you also need at least repairs. So that's 4 skills that you will need. So yeah, it's a pass for me. I don't really recommend it. I wish it was cooler. I wish if anything, I would just wish it had a different gun maybe. Like maybe like a bigger gun, kind of like what's that other thing called again? That Offspring one? I think it was USA. Like if it had a gun more like this, where it had like higher alpha, so it can kind of fight the heavy tanks a little bit better, because that's kind of the role you're taking. That would also be neat. But now it's just a little bit too generic for me to recommend it, really. But yeah, that is my review for today, day 10. Are you gonna get it or not? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 11. Thanks for tuning in as always. Peace out, guys.